Your day moves fast. Your news should too. That's why there's a new and improved Wish TV app bringing you more local news, breaking alerts, live streaming, weather forecasts, radar, and Indiana sports all in one place. Customize your news feed to see the stories that matter most to you and get the information you need when you need it. Download the new and improved Wish TV app today on iOS or Android and take News 8 with you everywhere.
Podcast Network.
This is AC's Conversations.
AC's Conversations is about sports, music, TV, movies, and more.
Everything and more.
Everything is ready to go.
That include the latest news and rumors, along with interviews with the biggest names in sports and entertainment.
This
is AC's Conversations with your host,
News 8 Sports Director.
The man is the real deal.
Let's go to work, fellas.
Anthony Calhoun.
Now for Chuck. Checks in. Every week, Chuck Pagano joins us live to break down the horseshoe on both sides of the ball. Let's go live to Boise, Idaho, where the former Colts head coach is standing by. Good morning to you, Coach, and nice job last night predicting that final score there against the Browns and the Ravens, my man.
Appreciate you. Get lucky every now and then.
Yeah, man, that was impressive, right? So we got a lot to talk to this morning. Let's start first here. The Colts, we know they're going to miss the playoffs, sir, for the fourth straight year. It's the longest drought in 30 years for Jim Irsay and his organization. Coach, how do we get to this point of just devastation here with this team this season?
Shoot, I mean, you start 0-2, right? And then you rip off four wins out of your next 5 AC. Then you're down in a Donnybrook hostile environment at Houston. You got a chance to win that game, and you lose your quarterback. Your quarterback, taps out. And you end up losing that ball game, one you could have easily won. Then you lose some games. You bring in Flacco, you bench AR. He comes back in. He beats New England. He beats the Jets. 2 fourth-quarter comebacks. You're starting to think, hey, and then you got everything on the line. And then you go to Denver, and you're playing your tail off. You're up on them. And then a series of bad events happen in that one. And then with everything on the line, you got a chance still to make the playoffs, and you go to New York and play the Giants that got nothing to play for, AC, and you lay an egg, you give up 45 points to the hapless Giants and Drew Lock. And so here we are. So just a series of missteps, mishaps over the course of the season.
Yeah, up and down throughout the season, indeed. Coach, we have seen everything this season from Shane Steichen, some great moments, some in-game bad moments, and there's been too many messaging moments coming from him, particularly with the media. I want to ask you this one. What is your evaluation of the second-year coach of this season?
Hey, I like Shane, and I'm a Shane Steichen fan, and I think he's a heck of a football coach. The frustration over the mismessaging, AC, we've talked about that ad nauseum. They've got to be on the same page. There's a learning curve to this head coaching thing. I can think back to when I first started out. There's so much on your plate as a head coach and so much you got to navigate. That's going to do nothing but get better as we go. Shoot, the guy with no quarterback in year one, we draft our franchise quarterback, right? He doesn't have him year one. He goes 9-8 and damn near makes a playoff. 1 4th and 1 miscue, right? At home against the Texans. You make that one, you win that game, you're in the playoffs, you win the division, you go 9-8, and then he's 7-9 right now. He's got a chance to be 500 with a win today, without your starting quarter, without your franchise quarterback, with a defense that's given up over those 17 losses. He's almost 30 points a game.
Yeah, you're right. Just correction there. If they win today, they will still be one game under 500. But I get your point there. His first year over 500 as well. But as you just mentioned, look, Shane isn't the only person that has his hand in this frustration this season. There's a lot of blame to go around, including Chris Ballard. Where did the general manager get it wrong this year, would you say, Pagano?
Well, I think you just look back at the quarterback slot. I mean, we all thought we've seen glimpses, right? So that's been, back and forth. You had a chance to build when we got together in 2012, right? And we drafted Andrew Luck, AC.
Yeah.
What did we do in that draft? What did we surround him with?
Well, you had him with some weapons.
Playmakers, right?
Yeah, playmakers, yeah.
Cleaner, tight end, third round.
Yeah.
Dwayne Allen, tight end. T.Y. Hilton, wide receiver next. Vic Ballard in the 5th round. We were going to make sure that we surrounded this dude. We had a chance maybe to move up. We know Chris wanted Brock Bowers. He's got like 10,000 catches this year for 50,000 yards and 100 touchdowns, right?
Yeah.
So we knew this guy was going to help our young quarterback and this offense go. Again, we tried to get that guy. We didn't get him. We could have used some help in the secondary. Didn't do anything there. So, yeah, we'll see.
Okay. All right. A couple more questions. We'll get you out of here. Coach, I do want to get your thoughts on Anthony Richardson. He's out again today for today's game because of that back issue. He missed 4 games with injuries this season. He has missed a total of 19 games overall in his 2 years in Indy. Have you seen enough from Richardson to stay with him as your quarterback moving forward, or do you think they may need to move on?
You know what? I mean, the jury's still out because we've seen brilliant flashes, right? Brilliant moments where we're like, okay, this guy's got the arm talent. He can make throws. He can use his legs. The RPOs, the play action pass. We've seen him down near the goal line. Again, the 2 fourth quarter wins against, the Jets come back, New England on the road. We've seen some brilliant, and then we've seen some other moments where, we can't complete a simple pass in the flat, missing the layups. The thing that happened at Houston earlier in the season, the benching. Then we see him come back and look like, hey, he's going to turn the corner. So talent-wise, you can't argue that. Now, as far as, the sacrifices and being a pro and all that, there's question marks, AC.
Okay, all right. So, what do you think? They stick with him?
What are you going to do? Unless you're going to blow the whole thing up, AC, and get the GM, the head coach, the quarterback, and total reset, like who are you going to go get? So yeah. I think you got to bring him back, and you got to develop. He's regressed, AC. He's regressed. He's below 50% completion percentage. So you got to surround him with weapons. You got to develop him. You got to get the best out of this kid. And he's got to make a decision. I want to be a Pro Bowler. I want to be the franchise quarterback for this team.
Okay, Coach, real quick here, I want to get this last question in, and I appreciate you joining us this morning. I want to ask you this. What is the biggest concern you have this morning with the Colts moving forward?
It's the quarterback. Plain and simple. I think we've got a talent there. Again, I think this has to go back, and you got to sit down and say, okay, what are we going to do offensively? What's the plan? How are we going to develop this kid? Okay, what's the plan to develop him, all right? How are we going to keep him on the field? Missed 19 games, AC? So what's the plan for keeping him on the field and keeping him healthy? What's the offseason going to look like? What's the strength program going to look like? Does he need to lose some weight? What are all these things that are factoring in? Because when he's healthy and he's out there, he's done some great things.
All right, man. Well, hey, thank you so much, Coach. You've been a delight to have on our show all season long. We appreciate you and enjoy the games here today. Okay, my man?
Appreciate you. Love you, AC.
Okay,
Thanks.
We love you too, Coach. You're the best.
Discover more at wishtv.com and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook. Plus, be sure to follow and subscribe to the AC's Conversations podcast and others on the All Indiana Podcast Network. Connect now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.